I'm doing what I should have done to begin with, and that's make a hospital tank. The platies that I started with, one of them may have a white spot, like a bigger white spot, which is bad on the top of its body. May have, I don't know. But it looks like the orange one, the orange platy, has a tail fin rot. So I'm getting a hospital tank, gonna set it up. It's probably gonna take me an hour. Gonna set it up, gonna get it right, heat it up, put the platies and the guppies, because the guppies have it too. The guppies probably brought it. I'm a noob, so I didn't like particularly look for that. So I was like, yeah, these fish look great. Anyway, my fish, the platy, for a couple of days has been not acting himself, not being a bully. He's usually a bully. He's been sitting at the top, sitting at the bottom, lethargic. So I'm going to put him in a tank, treat him with aquarium salt, and see if that works.
Do you need your cell phone?
Put the guppies with them, because they're the ones that most likely brought it. The rest of the fish look really good. It's just the guppies, and well, one of the guppies died. It was never healthy to begin with. The white ones are just like listless, I guess. They're not as, the one's active, but it's also got a white spot on them. I don't know. Just gonna put them in a hospital tank and look at them. So we're gonna get a 10-gallon. It's a total of 5 fish, so that should be good. But I have to use one of my filters from my big tank, you know, to start the tank cycle so they don't get any bad ammonia or nitrite. Very complicated. You have to be a chemist, basically, to figure this stuff out. But that's what we're doing now. We're gonna go get a hospital tank. Okay, so here's the one that I got. This is from Walmart. It is the Aquaculture LED Aquarium Starter Kit, 10 gallons. And I also got a pothos plant. We don't know if that's good or bad for the cat. Probably bad. Apps. She probably wants to pee in it. So that's what she does. Okay, so it comes with a hood, which is really important, because if you buy these separate, they're super expensive. And it's got LED under the hood, which is like real cheapo. Like hatchet fish. Stay around the top. So it's got like a light here and a light here. It comes with a real cheap filter, which is fine. And that's pretty much it. I think it comes with like starter water, you know, water conditioner. Let's see. I opened it in the car to make sure that it wasn't broken. And it comes with a lid that's impossible to take out. Hold on. Okay, here's a box. It's probably the filter. Some modules, it says. Book. And some starter stuff back there. Okay, so I cleaned it, and I had to make sure that, see how froggy that is? I had to make sure that this was glass, and it sure is indeed glass. But it is very froggy when you clean it, so I was thinking it was plastic. I'm going to fill it with water, just a hose, garden hose. Okay, now that it's filled all the way up, I do want to wait a little bit, make sure it's not going to leak. It's not perfectly on there, like this is overlapped a lot and this is underlapped, so just going to make sure the seals are going to hold silicone. It's a nice little tank for, you know, the price, $34 for everything. Comes with a filter. So this is the filter. It's an internal filter. The whole thing goes in. Why I like these especially, it's a Whisper 210i. I have 2 of these, but they're like the 220s, I believe. They're the big ones in my 75 gallon. So you get this coarse sponge in the front, and you just rinse this off with tank water in a different bucket when you clean it. And then you can throw these away. You don't even actually have to use these. You could just put filter floss in it, which is pillow stuffing basically, to use as your filter, and then just throw that away every month. But you don't have to actually buy these. It's cheaper if you use the filter floss. But you can buy them, it's fine. So it comes with a suction cup, and these are, you can have different levels of the waterfall. So you can have it higher up and put it there, or lower up and put it there. Don't actually know how I'm going to attach this suction cup, so I'll see. Oh, right there, I guess. Okay. Maybe you do that if you... It's outside, it's red. Anyway, maybe you do that if you don't use the clip, but I'm going to use the clip. So what you do is you fill this up with water, the tank water. Slide it in where it says front. It goes in the front. There's going to be a little, well, there should be a little thing for it, but there isn't, is there? Mine has a little thing for it. Anyway, so that's the front, and then this goes behind it. So when the water gets sucked up, there's a little hole down here where it comes through, and it goes through this first, and then it goes through the coarse filter. Okay, so then you just put this in, and we'll start running it, but I'm just making sure it's not gonna leak first. I don't see any water on the floor or on the table. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the filter on. Well, first I'm going to put chemicals in. This is tap water conditioner. And you always put this in any type of new water that you put in your fish tank. Always, always, always. Because it dechlorinates, even if you have like tap water from a well. You just want to make sure you don't have any of the stuff in it that will kill your fish. And then I'm using this, and it gives bacteria. Puts the bacteria in there so it can start eating away any, you know, stuff that the fish poop out. So that is going to be my starter, and I'm also going to get some media, some bio beads that I have from my established tank, and put it back here because it's already got good bacteria in it. So I'm going to set this up now. Okay, with this, it comes with a measuring cap to remove chlorine and detoxify heavy metals. 1 milliliter for every 20, so I need half a milliliter. Now, in the inside, very inside rim, that's 1 milliliter. So I need half. I'm just gonna fill it up 1 milliliter. It's really not gonna hurt anything if you overdose. Okay, and for this I will wait until my fish actually get in there to put this on, because this helps them to create a new slime coat for the fish. So this will be good for them when they get in here. It's working very good right now. That is exactly how mine works in my fish tank. But this looks like it's going to be up too tall for the lid. We'll see. Let me see. Let's see, I'll put it over here. Oh my God, come on. Okay. So this leaves plenty of room for my other stuff. What I need to do right now, because I have tropical fish that we're putting in here, guppies and platies that have fin rot, I'm going to put this heater in, and it's a very good heater. It works, it's pretty accurate. I have one right now treating some other fish that have ick. It completely cured their ick. I always run like a temperature and a thermometer just to make sure it's right. You know, it's within a couple of degrees. So let's see about this. Okay, I'm going to go rinse and wash this off. Oh, everything that I got actually from that store has something wrong with it, so I should have had a quarantine tank to begin with, but I didn't. Now for tropical fish, you should keep the heat, where am I at? You should keep the heat at 80. And I'm in Florida, so I keep it at 79 so it doesn't click on and off all the time. But around that should be good for tropical fish. You always want to put it about 3 inches to 4 inches down. Make sure that no fish can get trapped on either side of it. That's good. You want to make sure that you do not turn the heater on until it is in the water. This one has a capability of it will shut off and like short circuit or whatever if you turn it on out of the water, but they will generally catch on fire or explode if you run them out of the water. So don't do anything until you put it in the water. Now I'm going to plug it in. And just a tip when you're working with cords in water, you want to make a drip loop. So you want to have this down here. You want everything down so you can make a drip loop down. And then this is not going to be here, it's going to be somewhere else. So this is a temporary thing right now, but okay. Plug it in, and then you can see the water temperature right now is 75. So I'm going to press the set button, and I want to set it to 79. 75 just because it's water that came out of the spigot, so it's a little colder than what this room temperature is. It hasn't had time to acclimate to the room. So when this gets to 79, I will get the fish and put them in here. When it's green, it'll be at the temperature and it's not heating anymore. It tells you the temperature constantly, so that you know. But when it's red, it means the heater is on and it's actively heating the water. So this is my other thing. This is my other temperature reader, and I accidentally dropped it on the ground. So I'm gonna put it back together and see if it works. Okay, so what this is, and you can get these super, super cheap. I got a pack of 4, which takes care of literally all of my tanks. And they were super, super cheap. I think like maybe $10 to $13 or something like that. They're not super, super accurate, but they're very close, which is what you want. You're not going to find anything that's super accurate in this field, I've already found out, unless you want to spend $1,000. And then you can have somebody take care of your tank for you, but you're actually not going to find anything really super accurate. So I'm going to put this in the tank on the other side of the heater, not next to the heater, but on this other side. Okay, and once I put it in the water, it automatically went down to 76.3. And it's pretty accurate, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna put a suction cup on it and put it on the side here, but it comes with an internal suction cup, so you want to make sure that that's like 4 inches down. That's really 4 to 6. Make sure it stays right there, and you'll get a generally accurate reading. If this were 80 still and this was 76, something's wrong and somebody's lying. And that is how that's gonna stay, because it's got a suction cup right there for it as well. You can just leave it there and literally never touch it again until it runs out of batteries. So that's what we'll do for that. Let's see, the tank is just about ready. Just need to wait for the temperature to be right and put the fish in. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see heated water coming off of there and getting sucked into the filter. And see how wavy it's getting? So it's a really good idea to keep your heater next to your filter so that it can, you know, not create any patches of heat. It can go like stir it up immediately. So the whole tank is one temperature all the time. Nothing in this tank is going to be able to touch anything in my other tank because this is a hospital tank. So unless I disinfect everything, it's never touching any of my good fish in my big tank. So I got some stuff to go just specifically for this tank, and I will show you now. Okay, I just have the aquaculture fish net, and this was like $1.97 at Walmart. It's not super fine. You want the finest that you can get, but this is good enough. This will be fine. Kitty. Okay, this I got online just to have around, and this is for a bunch of parasites. I do not believe that this will help in my case because I believe it's bacteria, because my fish have fin rots. So, and it's at 77 now, so I'm just showing you what I... Hello? Hello? She wants to come out here so bad. Just showing you what I got while I wait for this. Now, I heard somebody say something about this jungle fungus clear. Honestly, I think this is just for stress, but it says remedy. Helps reduce the impact of fungus and bacteria-related conditions. Helps protect against secondary infections, because when you're sick, you know you get everything. And this is highly toxic, so it gives a warning. But it's only in California. I should be safe in Florida. Treats up to 80 gallons, probably with the whole box. It's fizz tabs. I got this. They have a whole bunch of different things from Jungle at Walmart, and this was $4 for 8 tabs. Decent price. This is the lighting that came with it, with the tank. Let me just go ahead and open it. I'm not going to use it probably. Alright, that was super sealed, and the first breath I took probably would knock a man down. So, basically, I think you have to put stickers on there, or it might have, like, I did see slots, so it might just stick up on the slots, like underneath of the tank here. Yeah, there's a slot right there, and one right there, where I guess you just clip it in. So it's under the lid thing. The heater thing is in the way. Just mess everything up when you try to take the lid off. Anyway, so it plugs in, and it has an on-off switch. So let's see if it works. It does. It's pretty decent. It's got 3 LEDs, if you can see there. 3 LEDs. That's not too exaggeratedly bright. And the switch works. Yep, it works. Since my fish are in the hospital, I'll probably not use this light on them. I'll just use this light that is here. Fish don't need light. Now, I bought this. It's a mini gravel vacuum. Now, I'm not going to be using it in here, but my girl and my boy soon, they have a tank right there. As you can see, it's a 3-gallon. You can't see. Okay. So it's a 3-gallon, and I'm going to use this in there. And I was like, oh no, it doesn't come with a hose. But it does! It comes with a hose. So basically, it's for little fish tanks. So she's got a 3-gallon. Just, you know, when you get things, it comes all in 3s, right? I got 25 foot of airline. I'll probably use this in the house, not out here. And out here, I'm going to use 8 foot. This was 2, the other one was 3. So just get the 25 and cut it. But I want to have like 1 line, not cut, for the hospital. And this is what I'm going to be using for this hospital, and only this hospital. This is a mini 1 to 15 gallons mini 5-inch with a pretty long hose, 6-foot hose, self-priming intake tube. We'll see about that. Aqua and mini bow? Okay. Well, 1 to 15 gallons. This is a 10-gallon, so it should be perfect to pick up. I don't have substrate, but it's going to be perfect for like water changes and picking up poop off the... I'm not putting any substrate in here, so it's going to be all glass. So, I don't know about your area, but I have kosher salt to work as my aquarium salt. Now, this ingredient is just salt. It's not iodized or anything. There's no thing in it to keep it from caking. No caking powder, anti-caking powder. It's just salt. And you can see no iodine. I'm going to use this kosher salt as aquarium salt to treat my fish, because we're out everywhere of aquarium salt and kosher salt that's in the regular stores. So I had to get that at Dollar Tree. So hopefully that's real salt. Should be good. This I got because Walmart, did they make something out of hydrogen peroxide? I don't know. Everyone's out. Walmart's out of hydrogen peroxide. There's like a whole block of it where it should be, and it's completely empty. So I got this at Dollar Tree. It's a pretty big bottle. And this is for, after this is all done, I'm going to completely soak everything in hydrogen peroxide solution and water. Oh, and I got this for my husband, so maybe he'll like some mackerel. So I got two of these for disinfecting the tank. And if you wanted to like keep the water in there and disinfect the water, you'd put like 2 cups of this for this 10-gallon and just let it sit and then vacuum out any of the trash that's in the bottom. 78, it's almost there. We could probably put them in right now. So I have these. They're completely enclosed. I got these, a whole set of all kinds of stuff. 3 containers. I'm using one right now. It has a big circle in the middle for the other one. I'm just using these as line of sight and hiding things because this is a smaller tank than what they're used to, and I want them to set up like their own little houses and territory, you know, even though the guppy's probably gonna stay right up near the top and the other ones are just gonna zoom around the tank probably. I want them to have things to do instead of just like a plain tank. You excited for these fishies to get better? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you know that Dollar Tree has this now. This is a travel straw, silicone, and it comes with a little cleaner and a case with a handle. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do with this is heat it up a little bit and try to fit it over my fountain. I have a fountain thing that I've been needing a hose for about this long. So I'll see if I can get that to work. Nice little screw cap with a nice little cleaner brush. Cool. My husband has a baby ear, so I have to get him baby swabs. He likes the baby swabs. He doesn't like it to go all the way in his ear, so I get him that. Not for the tank, but you could use it to clean the tank if you had to. All right, so for this, for the kosher salt, and I'm gonna take some tank water, mix the kosher salt. I got a shaker bottle, and what's cool is it looks like a bio bead thing that you would put in a great big sump pump thing for your your bacteria. So that should be good just to mix the salt. I have to wash all these things, but you have to be careful not to put soap in anything. Okay, and the last 3 things that I bought just for this fish tank specifically. I have 4-cup measuring cup with a handle. And this is most likely, you know, for water changes or stuff like that. I got a thing that this wants to keep coming out, so I'll probably take it out or glue it back in or whatever. I have another mixing bowl. This one does not have any measurements on it. That's fine. I didn't get it for measurements, but I wanted the handle on it. So I can do just quick plop plop. You can also put your fish in here and actually right here, and then bring them up and then put them, you know, plop them in a net and then bring them in here like when you're quarantining. And I got this one, 5-quart bowl with a spout. This is different, with a spout, and I'm not even thinking about using this for the fish tank. I'm thinking about using it for planting. I guess measuring the dirt and stuff. Not planting, but putting my soil in it and sifting through my soil to get all the sticks and stuff out and using it that way. I'm thinking about doing that. When I saw that with the spout on it, I really like that. So these have spouts. and handles for water.
Okay, there are 2 more fish that are completely eluding me. So I have the 2 platies and 3 of the, their poop looks good. 3 of the guppies. So I'm just gonna net them out with my new stuff. I just washed it. This is their tank water. I'm gonna leave their poop in here and just dip them out. I have this bowl. Basically going to do this and dump them into the net. Oh, he wanted in there. Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Okay, so they're under the water still right now. Okay. Okay, so getting released right now. Triple check to make sure I got all of them. Okay, this one is the one that's doing the worst. That one right there. And I believe this one is the one that started it, the blue guppy, because look at the tail. But yeah, he's doing absolutely terrible. And this one has started to have symptoms. I just got this one just because it came with the other one. And I need to get a white one out of there. I believe that one's a sick one. I need to get a white one out of there. I'm going to put an air stone in here right now because this one is having a hard time breathing. So yeah, they probably don't like a new environment. But I'm trying to save their lives and their fins. So we'll see. He's usually a bully. So him not swimming very good is not good. Okay. Put essentially a sponge filter in that has been in my other tank, and it's seeded with good bacteria. I brought that over very quickly. You don't want to take more than like 30 seconds. Get it and get out. Have it hooked up to this air and that thing that I bought, you know, the hose. So air pump. I got that on sale for like $3. Might even be $2.50. So when they start acting normal again, start swimming away from the top, I will, oh, let me give them a dose of this too right now. Let me see, for a 10 gallon. Add 1 teaspoon or 5 milliliters per 10 gallons. So 5 milliliters. It's got 5 right there. Okay, just pour it in and that'll help to regrow some bacteria right there in those filters and in that one that has already good bacteria in it. So leave them alone for a while, just look at them, watch what they're doing. I got the 2 blue ones, that's good. I only got 1 orange one. The other orange one, and the other orange one looks maybe okay. But the white one I need to get out of there. It's got like fuzz on it, so it needs to come out. This is the one we're worried about because it is not acting right. That one is acting fine, the other platy, but this one is not acting right at all. But it's swimming around, looking around, and it wasn't doing that in the other tank. So these, they need to come down. I'm worried about these now. I think I stressed them out, getting them out. I did it very gently. I just laid the net in there and then lifted it up when they swam over it. Did it relatively quickly too, within like 3 minutes. I got all these, but the other ones are eluding me, so I'm just gonna wait. He's swimming and flapping his tail. It's looking pretty good. Better than he was laying on the bottom. So now that we got some air going in there, some surface tension being released, some oxygen in the water, just see how they're gonna do.
Okay, this bottle leaks. Don't recommend it. From the Dollar Tree. Anyway, I took some tank water and I put this much water in it, half a thing, less than half a thing, and I put 1 teaspoon of the kosher salt in. So I'm going to take this, and within the course of an hour, I am going to keep shaking it and dumping it in, just really slowly. I'm just going to dump it near the filter. Okay, basically the guppies are at the top. I turned it up to 80. It should be easier to keep this tank at 80 than my bigger tank. Cookies and cream is back behind this, and this one is right here on the floor. That is not what I wanted. So that one's swimming erratically. These two have been just like normal. This one, she'll kind of skip. I don't think she was very happy that I got her out of the tank. I kind of tricked her. Kind of just lifted the net up above her, and she's like, what the heck? She didn't like that too much, so. Yeah, that's the fish that we're worried about right there. And those are the culprits right there. Okay, I've given the treatment. And these fish are over here. Up here. So I've given all of that treatment, and now I'm going to let them rest all night and come back.
You aren't subscribed yet?
Please subscribe and like.
Comment and share FoolyLiving.
Get it!
Get it! Get it!
Okay, good job.
Oh, that's like a
It's a freaking crayfish!
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh my god. Today we're gonna go make a resurrection jar.
I think I got enough.